Marketing is the foundation of your business. But so often, entrepreneurs and business owners spend well over 6 hours a week just on creating content for social media, let alone all the other kinds of content that you might want to be creating to promote your brand, such as blog posts, YouTube videos, whatever it may be to help you grow, advertising campaigns, all of the above. So, as you start to grow and scale and you really want to increase your brand presence, you want to have a system for managing content creation in your business. And that's exactly what this video is about. So today I'm going to show you how to create a super simple, organized process for creating content, managing your editorial calendar using Trello so that your marketing machine can run like a well-oiled machine and not a creaky one. So does that sound good? Okay, let me start with introducing you to me. My name is Claire, and in case you haven't seen my other videos, I am the founder of Claire Whitaker AIC, or Artificially Intelligent Consulting. I have over a decade of experience managing products and processes, programs, and scaling them up across the globe at top companies, including Amazon. These days, I work with coaches, consultants, and agency owners to help them streamline and scale their systems to hit multiple six figures while creating more freedom in their business. Having spent a long time in the corporate hustle, I now believe, and I have seen to be true, that you can create a much more fulfilling and really freeing business by using simple systems and automation that just help you do things more effectively without becoming a chore. So that's one of the systems that I want to share with you today. So we're going to use Trello, but you can equally do this in all kinds of project management software such as ClickUp, Asana, Monday, whatever you want to use, whatever works for your business. What I want you to take from this is how you can really simplify down the process of content creation and put in place rules and other kind of processes that help make sure that everyone in your team knows exactly what you have to do and your marketing can go out without a hitch. Sound good? Okay, let's dive in. Okay, so in this video, I just want to talk you through a couple of different templates you can use to manage content creation in your business. So first things first, we have here a template in Trello for an editorial calendar. And what this does is allows you to have different types of content using these tags to show you where it's going to go. You can use these tags to show you after the fact how well things performed and all sorts of stuff like this. So we have this first column on the left to capture all of our key metrics, our tags, and really as a key and a guide to how to use this template. And then we have for each day of the week different content scheduled, and then you could also have a complete tab there so that you can kind of like remove content as things start to go, so this doesn't get too overwhelming. So I wanted to show you this little thing because what we have, and this is again taken from a template that I've then updated, and you can have like a checklist for creating that content so you can manage the content creation process in here, assign it to different users or members, add those labels so it's really easy to see, give due dates, etc., for that. And that's really how you can use this to manage it. And I've got different templates for different kinds of content in here. So this is one for a blog post, one for a podcast or a video that you might want to do as well so that you can start to get that. So as always, if you want copies of these templates, you can get them by signing up using the link below the video. One really nice thing about this editorial calendar is that you can use the calendar pop-up to get this. And now I know that all of mine are set to 2016, so it's going to be a little difficult for us to get them, but if I scoot back, it's going to take a little while. Okay, let's see. Anyway, you'll be able to see, you'll be able to have the content on there, and then you can see kind of like when things are due, etc., for those kind of things, and use that power up to really make that more visible and more visual. See, these are all set 2016, which is why they weren't showing. The next kind of one that I want to show you is more for creating content. So if you're managing the content creation process with your team as opposed to more of an editorial calendar, you might want to look at this one. So what you can do that's really nice is if you've decided on your content that you want to create, you can actually make a copy of this card and choose the board it goes to. So you could do it to your content workflow one and have it go into prioritized once it's agreed that it's going to go on that board. And then what we'll see is this has come through on here. And then you can start to really create it. And then once it's approved, you can update your editorial calendar to say that this is all done. So that's a way of linking the two. But what we have here is essentially a workflow, more like a process for creating content. So these are the ones, in this column goes the content that you want to create. When it gets started, it goes in here. Once it's into editing, it goes in here, review, approved, then scheduled and live. And then we have another column here for canceled or postponed so that you can keep track of that. And what I have here as well, and if you see my other videos, you know I'm a big fan of Butler, but you can use simple Butler rules and automation. So when someone goes into this list, you assign it to a person or you add a member to that card. When someone goes into the in progress, you can add a checklist, and I can show you some of my other videos. But what we'll just do is create, actually, I'll just show you the checklist one because I think it's really cool. So I'll just do here. And what I like is about the checklists is it makes it really easy for people to know what they need to do, because the checklist will only appear when it enters into their area if you have different people responsible for different parts of the process, and they can just tick off the things that they're responsible for, move it along, and that adds the next checklist for the next person. So if we wanted to create that automation for that checklist, we would go to automation here, go to rules, create rule, add a trigger. So when a card is added to list name, let's say in progress by anyone, add. And then we're going to go to checklist. So add checklist name, which is why I created this here. So I store my checklist here. Oh, I've only got one for editing, so we'll just use this as an example. Editing, save. Okay, so checklist. Here, sorry, I was getting confused. From checklist, and then you need to have the link. So we scroll to the bottom, copy the link. Just teaching it where to get information from, and then we can add that one. Okay, so now, I mean, you wouldn't necessarily want this, but what we have is when the card goes into a progress, obviously this would actually be editing for this specific checklist, but you add the editing checklist from this card. So save, and then what you can see is this super cool automation. Let's put that into in progress, and let's give it a couple of seconds, and you can see that checklist is added. So that's a super cool automation that you can do, and you can set that up for each part of the process so people know exactly what they want to do and keep it running easier. So that's just a really simple way of running content creation, processes, workflows, and your editorial calendar using Trello. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We do weekly videos on all things kind of like processes and systems and how you can think about that in your service-based business. If you've enjoyed this video, I really encourage you to like and subscribe because it helps others find this content. And other than that, I will see you next week, and have the most wonderful day. Bye-bye.